This is very common topic, and this is very challenging as well in this nowadays, that why salary people don't have a saving. And this is happening with everyone in present age, where it's not a matter of salary, like how much you are earning on a monthly basis, whether you have a 5 LPA or having the 10 LPA or more than this. The concern is for everyone, like how we can save the money in more efficient manner. So your salary is not a problem. First of all, your money habits are, like, you have to change some money habits with the evolving with the time. So let us understand, like, how can we evolve with the time in this channel. So I have found some traps or salary traps which I am mentioning or explaining you once again, like fixed income mindset. Just we are the earners, we are the salaried person, we having the fixed income, whether it is 30,000, 40,000 a month or 50,000 a month, and we have fixed mindset, like I will earn, I will get 50,000 on the 1st of the May or 1st of the July, and after that I can expend this much of amount on my savings, or this much of amount on my rent, EMI and other options. So this, we having the fixed mindset or income mindset, we do not have the other income sources, so we have to be very careful while dealing with that. Secondly, lifestyle inflation. While growing with the life, while growing with the within the corporate world, having some hikes, having some promotion, we also think is like we have to improve our lifestyle as well to meet those expectation of the market. So this is also one biggest concern for the salary trap. And the last one is having no saving plan. And this is the greatest, or we can say this is a very dangerous condition when you don't having a particular saving plan for your future. I'm not saying that you should have at least like you should thinking big in for the future, like I want to be a bungalow in my like after 10 years. I'm not saying for that, but it's at least you having the yearly basis plan, like in this year I gonna be achieve this amount as my saving, as my investment, and as my profit as well. So these are the trap that we have to be get out of this. And the common money mistake that individual do in their life. So very firstly, I feel that is spending first and saving later. This happening with everyone. Like once our salary credited within us account, and we start thinking like how we are going to be spend this amount, how we should like expend this spend this amount, and later we the amount remaining amount we are going to be save this, like out of 50,000 we gonna spend all the amount, whether it is 40,000, 50,000, and later 5,000 we going to be save it. This is a negative or wrong approach towards the saving. Secondly, impulsive buying and credit card. This is happening with me as well from nowadays, and I am also going to be solve this issue with me. We having online access, whether it is Blinkit, whether it is Zomato, whether it is Amazon, we are becoming the impulsive buyer nowadays. Not have to go in the market, not have to spend much time while selecting the thing. We just have to visit the website, click to the favorite section or the buy, going it putting it to the cart, and have to pay the payment. So this is the impulsive buying we are doing right now. And along with that, we having the credit card facility, like we not have to be worried about much fund that we needed in this month. We can have a extra money with us that can be pay before or after that, after this month. So this is one of the biggest mistake that we are doing nowadays. And last one is ignoring small expenses. Small expenses, it can be 100, it can be 200, it can be 300. It's depend on the person's expectation or person's individual capabilities. So small expenses we generally ignored, and those are very very difficult to be measured. Like nowadays, once we start earning, we forget about that past, like how we are spending our 20,000, like how we are spending our like allowances, or we get that pocket money in a very efficient manner, like this amount should be invested, this amount should be expend on this only, because we have to be deal with the next month as well. So this is very important aspect, I feel. Now, psychology behind it, how we are dealing with this emotional aspects, how money actually we also like heard somewhere, like there is a one of the biggest book in the finance sector, that is psychology of money. So dealing with the money is not a finance factor, it's a emotional as well as psychologist factor that we have to be understand. So first of all, that we say like how the पैसे आते ही खर्च हो जाते हैं. So this is the biggest problem with everyone, and we have to be very careful for that, like how we have to manage the money, so that we can't say that money comes and go where, and I'm not aware about that. So we have to be aware. Emotional expanding, sometime after getting work stress, or some emotional appreciation to giving us, like we spend emotionally, and for that we spend that much we can't expect. So this is also the psychological factor behind spending any amount. And last one is no financial goal. So we having little or a small financial goal at least in our life, so that we having some motivation to sacrifice our today's pleasure for the tomorrow's security. I felt that. So these are the systematic challenges that everyone's having, and we also understand how we can manage those challenges in our life, like rising cost of living. This is one of the biggest challenges with us, inflation, and like EMI, rents, bill dominated. Like we once we start doing something extra in our life, we also spend much, and these are the some important like elements of our life that we have to be spent on that. Or very importantly, like we should have an emergency fund at least for the 3 month, because this is very well tested by the biggest investors as well. Like we are as a salaried person, we have to be manage our fund in emergency fund, just because once we get some like having some security or job securities fair, we can manage that fund into this period. So how to break this cycle? Very firstly, you have to pay yourself first. You should not focus on the money for paying for the rent, paying for the expenses, paying for any particular purpose. You should have the money for yourself, not for any particular purpose, for yourself. If the purpose is not decided, but you have to remain that amount with you only, very firstly. And I have to track and cut the unnecessary expenses by using the spreadsheet option, or we can use some application as well. And through this we can handle our expenses. And very importantly, like set simple financial goal in our life, so that we get motivation to achieve them. Like in this upcoming year, I am having the goal to be achieved, the at least one chain for myself and for my family. I have to be bring some important health insurance. So these are some important financial goal that I have set it in my life for this upcoming year, and I gonna be achieve that as well. So smart saving tip for the salaried people. Very firstly, I also follow this method, like follow 50-30-20 rule in our life. 50, very importantly, 50% of your salary will be utilized for most important things, like rent, grocery bills, and other expenses of your full months. And then 30% will be going to be entertainment, your club parties, and expenses like your shopping expenses. And the last 20%, that is the least 20%, you should spend on your saving, whether investment form, whether SIP, mutual fund, share purchasing, gold purchasing, silver purchasing, it doesn't matter, but you have to be save at least 20% of your saving. And the most important, avoid lifestyle inflation. I know evolving with the time, we have to evolve our lifestyle as well. and once we start getting some like importance valued in valuation in our organization, we have to improve that. But improving our lifestyle is not depend on other as well. Like we have to decide our lifestyle limitation, like we will invest this amount on our appearance and good looking, and afterwards we have to spend on some saving as well, and for the future lifestyle inflation. And building emergency fund, that I am sending from the very initially, like we have to have some emergency fund for at least 3 to 6 months. So final thought of mine is that like saving is a habit, not one time act. It's a start small, stay consistent, and watch your wealth growing. So you have to be very analytic towards the money. Very analytic means not very factual. We have to be consider the emotional aspect along with the financial and physical aspect of the money as well. We later understand like these other aspects of the life other aspects of the money in the further videos. Till then, like, share and subscribe my channel, that is Divya with. This is my very first video, and I'm gonna be in like post many more video in future, just to inform you more about the finance in a simple words. Thank you so much.